Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. We've got a little project here. We had a pretty fair amount of rain the other day and had problems with this little ditch cutting into their road, and had leaves and stuff built up, and was going places it wasn't supposed to. So we're going to do a little cleaning on this ditch and get ready for our next storm that's coming in. Well, first, try not to tear up the road. Gonna pluck this bush out because it's grabbing leaves. I'm gonna clean that part. It's got concrete in it, so. Go. Okay. I want to get a little bit further away. This really don't need a lot of cleaning, but we're here. They're paying to have the ditch cleaned, so ooh, that's hard. Oh, there's still concrete there. And the key word there was concrete there. There we go. Get a little bit of a catch basin, whoops, there to where it kind of catch sediment before it goes on the concrete. Make it not look too nasty after we're done. Gravel. Oops. Yeah, I gotta say, I love this 4-foot bucket for cleaning ditches. It does not, see, I don't want to hurt the little tree. It does not take long to cover a lot of ground. Up here a little further and I've got place, I probably will start throwing the material on the other side of the road because I can reach a little further and takes less chance of it running back into the ditch. There's where another little drainage kind of comes together here, so some silting here. I know this is kind of mindless stuff, but I kind of enjoy cleaning ditch. I guess probably because it's kind of mindless. This is something that I get a lot of comments that I need a tilt bucket, and there's times I would very much like to have a tilt bucket. I do see the use in one. I'm not saying that there's not, but just like that, thumb doesn't really work. I've got dual auxiliaries, so I would have an extra port for the tilt, but it the way they extend out, I don't think they would close down on your. I don't think you'd be able to pinch stuff with it, even having the thumb operational. So doing stuff like this, I actually use my thumb a lot, so I don't know. If everybody wants me to have one so bad, one of the manufacturers can send me one, and I will try it. So there you go. There's a big root there. Big rock there too. Man, that is sloppy stuff. Oh, didn't see that there was a ditch there. Well, we will keep at it here. Oh, I'm dragging stuff across the driveway. And I'll stay recording a little bit longer here. Clean this crap out. Surprised the way I'm dropping that I haven't got a big splash of mud all over my windshield. Okay, we got a stump here. Oh my goodness. I did not think that would come loose. Seems a lot more solid than it is. Prying too hard on my big bucket here, but hey, look at that. Now we got a mud hole to no end. Hard to grab a hold of stuff without teeth. Let's set this over here. The other side of the road is actually somebody else's property, but it's over there a ways. But yeah, I wanted to address something. I've gotten some criticism on my last few little gravel jobs I've done. Kind of open this up where that stump was. This is where it was washing and going, trying to eat the road out. So kind of get the road a little safer here. Anyways, the first job is where I put the fabric down for the RV parking area, and that's the key word there, parking area, not road. My customer was on a very limited budget. And yes, I normally would have scraped the sod off and gotten the vegetation off. That ground there stays very solid if you don't disturb it. If you disturb it, it just turns to mush. So I did not take the sod nor dig the topsoil off. And there's another deal, that topsoil is a real sandy loam, and like I say, it actually holds up quite well if you don't disturb it. It's about a layer about 3 feet deep, so to dig the topsoil out, I would have dug down about 3 feet deep and then got into a layer of literally sand and river rock. I know the area very well, and so if I'd have been building a road, I probably wouldn't have done that, but it's just a parking area, and since all the rain we've had and stuff, I've been by, checked on it, and it's holding up fine. The second one is I had somebody criticize me on where the tree blew over, that I should have compacted clay into the hole, put geotextile down, and made it into quite a project, that I was doing it wrong. Well, I watched the guys on the East Coast using clay to build roads. This that I'm scooping out here, this is our clay. And you see what kind of mush I've got here with this clay. This is what I would have to so-called compact into for building a road. Most of the time in our area, if we've got clay, we dig the clay out. Most of the time you can build it on top of clay. I mean, this whole road, it wasn't dug down and brought all back up, but as you can see, this clay, when it gets water to it, it just literally turns to mush. So the fact I did not compact clay into it, there's a reason why. And as I told that person, that job, it was the tree. He said the tree should have came out, and the tree was on the neighbor's property, and we didn't have permission to take the tree out. So normally, well, I don't know. In that case, I'm still not sure I would have, but I've been doing this for over 30 years. I know my area. I've lived here all my life. And, I kind of understand our soils. So, anyways, that's a little rant. I'm done. Now I got to see if he wants me to take this tree down. Wanted to get this stuff out of the way, because this is kind of making people kind of crowd over towards the ditch where it's kind of trying to do a road. He was going to chainsaw it out, so I told him, "Do you want to be lazy?" He said yes, so I'm pulling out with the machine. Plus I'm getting, most of it, I'm getting the roots out. Again, I don't know if I could do this with a tilt bucket. I don't know if my thumb would actually... Let's see, there is a really ugly topped fir tree that I probably don't want to lose. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But I will leave that decision to them. So I'm sure from my little rant I will get comments that I'm not doing it right, but oh well. The amount of times I've had to go back and actually repair my work, I can count on one hand, so. Okay. Now we gotta get this tree down. There it goes. Come on. Push through. There we go. There. Now he's got firewood. You're getting this little spot was backing up and running out on the road. Did some shovel work here, but these liking this way better than that shovel. Yeah, the rant about the road building stuff, I just, the first time I was watching, like Chris with Let's Dig 18 building roads out of clay, I'm like, man, what are they doing? So it's the same thing that people are doing with me. That's the norm back there. So it's, they're not doing it wrong, even though that's not how we do it. Our clay is not like their clay. So you got to keep in mind, region to region is different. And the way I do my road work and stuff is very much the norm here. For the most part, our ground is very stable here and doesn't take as much effort as some of the other places. Like I say, I've been watching Chris's, Let's Dig 18, his videos of what he's been doing the last couple days, or the videos he's been putting up the last couple days. And I mean, he's digging 3 feet down and building it all back up. And we have our places that we've got to do that, but it's pretty seldom. So I don't know why. I just like this stuff. I guess it's mindless for the most part. I'm hoping that we can get on that mobile home demolish soon. Thought we were going to start it last week. There was paperwork issues and stuff that we had to wait for, and I did get a call at lunchtime from my customers for an update, so I don't know what we've got going, but at least I have some news. Maybe I'll give her a call this afternoon. Having enough rain this year that all these ditches and culverts and stuff have been neglected for quite a few years, and then when we get these big heavy rains, people realize they haven't been maintaining their drainage, and then it causes other problems, and gravel's expensive. That looks like there is a large runoff there. So actually, we don't want to block that. It's this loose stuff. If I block that, we'll run right back in the ditch. Did not notice that before. Okay, now let's see what else he wants to do. And this is soupy. I think this is where the power line comes up the hill. I could be wrong, but just kind of looks as though it could be the case. It's amazing how water follows pipes. And when it gets a spot of resistance, it comes to the surface. There we go. Yeah, we're got water surfacing right out in the driveway. So I'm going to try and kind of cut into the spot that it's coming out. Try to get it diverted over into this ditch that I'm cleaning. Because right now, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's running right down the middle of the road. And that is not okay. Shovel a little bit. Good for him. He is a contractor that actually, he's the one that got me in here doing this. But, he's a contractor that I grew up with. And we work together a lot, so. That might not be the power line. I just realized they've got the holding tank. That's probably actually the water line coming from this holding tank where that water is surfacing. There we go. That looks ugly. See that on the camera or not. Now the water's just coming right out of the road and it's not going in the ditch, and it's just cutting a channel right down the road. So we're going to try and stop that. Whether we'll be successful or not, I don't know, but we're going to try. I think we'll be successful. Back up on it when we get a little closer to the water problem. Try to kind of give this a little diversion right here, right now. What did we get? It looks like it's just disappearing under the ground. What it looks like. When we're done here, I will do a quick grade on this. Try to get the rut kind of taken out of it, and try to divert the water off into this ditch. Actually, I have a rock in there. That might be a bad thing. They're having problems. This is all property of a church. Having problems with people driving over the culvert. So we're going to put them rock in front of it. Drain right there that I don't want to break. There it is. Okay, now we're gonna go get our rock. asked me to put the rock here so people wouldn't drive over the end of the culvert. I told him, just like at my house, I put rocks in front of my downspout drain that comes out on the edge of my driveway, and people still run over it.
It's a target.
It's a target.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Now I'll try and whoops, wrong way. We have a spectator. Yeah, I grew up with Jameson, and don't look too bad. We've been working together for a lot of years. Get that little bit of mud out of there. Not to get deep there, so maybe make that go off into the ditch. Go. Try not to pull the big rock up, so I have a little 3/4 minus to grade. Dirt. I got some gravel in there. Wouldn't hurt to put a load of gravel on this, but we're playing with the budget again. Monkey. Re-slope just a little bit, regrade it. Got a hump here that's definitely keeping the water from going off into the ditch. Little deeper. Try not to get mud. If we want it to leave the road by here. Okay, we're gonna open, and we'll try to sure the little guy's out of the way. stuff's mucky. Kind of leave that open to where maybe that will stay running out in the ditch. Supposed to start raining about noon, but it is 2:30 and the weatherman was wrong again. Just this time, I'm glad he was wrong. There, we got a pretty good slope going into the ditch. Crown back in the road. Go hit the other side. Kind of a tire track there on the outside too. Try to drag some of that gravel back into the center and try to get it to run off the road on the outside edge too. Drive fast around these corners and it brings all the gravel to the outside edge. Got it. I think that'll accomplish what we were trying to accomplish. Use a little gravel here, but we weren't buying gravel, so now we're going to give the little guy a little ride, and we're going to go home. So tree hung up here. Get that rolled out of there. Keep it off the driveway. There we go. And I'm gonna do a little dress up and call it a day. Well, we got the ditch kind of cleaned out and did some road grading, and I'm gonna take a few scoops out of here and kind of make it a little catch spot so stuff that's washing down that little spot there doesn't fill things up here, and then we're gonna go home. So everyone, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll catch you on the next one. After ending shot. Hopefully there ain't a phone line in there. Oh, tree. I almost hit that tree. Did not see it. That's self-leveling dirt right there. Just digging a hole, and like I say, that just let stuff from that ravine, or not really a ravine, but that little drainage there kind of catch in there instead of filling up into the ditch. And it makes anybody walking through there get really wet because it's going to be filled up, and then about halfway to your knee. All right, everyone have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.